What's good with y'all, man? I hope everybody doing well. I hope everybody still getting after their goals, still trying to be the best version of themselves, and still getting after it every single day and taking action. You know what I'm saying? I hope we not just talking. And I hope we really making sure that, we are being who we say we are. You know what I'm saying? And who we promised ourselves we was gonna be. So right now it's February 26th, Friday, 6:15 p.m., man. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make this video in regards to, letting everybody know, man, it's not gonna be easy. And I want you to understand that motivation is not gonna be enough. Once you realize that it's not gonna be easy and that motivation is not gonna be enough to get you to where you want to be, you're gonna really be able to lock in, and you're gonna really be able to take on any and all challenges ahead on this journey. For me, I understand that because you can feel motivated to do something one day, and then a week or two from now you ain't gonna feel as motivated. You feel me? And that's when it's really the test to you being who you say you are, and the testament to your true identity. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, man, you gotta have something that's really bigger than motivation and bigger than just the desire to do something, man. You gotta have a real will to make this shit happen. You know what I'm saying? To be outside on post, you feel me? Or just to be getting up, going to school, or getting up to go flip some burgers, whatever it is that you're doing, man. You got to be able to really have that willpower within your own self to know that you're doing this for a bigger purpose, whatever the purpose is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. A lot of us, we look at different videos. Like this video is to inspire and motivate somebody. You know what I'm saying? The biggest human act is to inspire, but at the end of the day, this not gonna be enough. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in just watching videos and watching people like Eric Klein or David Goggins or Alex Hormozy, whoever it is you watching to be inspired or be motivated. Don't be one of those people that's using the inspiration and the motivation for entertainment, because you could feel like you doing better than somebody just because you know what I'm saying, watching these videos, and you may be doing better than your past self who may used to binge watch on you could be binge watching on watching different power episodes, or you gotta watch whatever it is you watching, Stranger Things, I don't know, whatever TV show you watching, whatever movie you watching, even if it's basketball, whatever it is, entertainment. If you scrolling on your phone, if you on TikTok, on Instagram, you know what I'm saying, you may be feeling like you doing better than your previous self, which you are, because you watching different things and you taking in different things. But at the end of the day, you still got to put forth the work, and you got to put forth the effort. You know what I'm saying? And the effort really start when you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to take into consideration, when you don't want to hear no words of affirmations, when you don't want to watch a motivational video, you know what I'm saying, and you just may be in your own head, you know what I'm saying, you may be procrastinating in this moment in time. Who knows what the situation is, but you got to take into consideration when you unmotivated, you know what I'm saying, when you unmotivated to do, you know what I'm saying, what you need to do, you know what I'm saying, or you may be feeling like you done did so much. This may be a day for you to chill. Unmotivated to do work, so today you want to chill. That's when I say that the real, test is, and that's when it's really important to show your willpower. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you look at the whole year, like I said, it's already December 26th. You know what I'm saying? You look at the whole year. Were you motivated for 365 days? No, you wasn't. But did you work hard for the whole 365 days? You know what I'm saying? That's the real key to really getting to where we want to be at, you know what I'm saying? Understanding that, you know, there is no off days, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I had to come into that realization myself, you know what I'm saying? I came with that epiphany some months ago, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know, like, I'm not working this hard to be able to chill one day. Now I'm working hard, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, you know? I'm working hard to make it to where it's not gonna feel like work, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, to make it a habit, main goal, you know what I'm saying? When I look at it from that standpoint on, like, you know, working hard to make it a habit, you know, that's when you're going to be truly unstoppable, you know what I'm saying? That should be your, I don't even want to say, you know, that should be your, you know, your drive, you know what I'm saying? To be able to be like, man, you know, I don't want work to feel like work, you know what I'm saying? I don't want doing what I need to do to feel like it's a burden to have to do it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, because at the end of the day, when you crave for you know, improvement, as much as you crave for whatever it is that you know you don't need to be doing, and that's not gonna get you nowhere, that's when you really became the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Without the results, you can be doing this. You know what I'm saying? You could be hitting the gym, and now you really addicted to hitting the gym. You addicted to working out, exercising, shall I say? Because you know you can exercise from home, so you can be exercising in this moment in time before you may get a gym membership, and you know you done fell in love with the feeling of, you know, exercising and the feeling of pain, you know what I'm saying, that feeling of resistance, and you know you ain't got to your dream or your goal as far as your gym goal, or you know your gym body or whatever you call it. But at the end of the day, you in love with like working out, you in love with exercising, you need to exercise. And guess what, you still not gonna feel like exercising every day. You still not gonna, you know, be motivated to do that every day. Like what I'm about to say right now, it might sound crazy, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna say it, and I want you to really understand what I'm saying. You should really look forward to the days where you're not motivated, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, I told y'all on this channel once before that, like, you know, I don't get sleepy often, but I ain't gonna lie, I done said this, I feel like in the last couple videos, 2 videos maybe, these last few days, well, 2 days out this week, I was tired. I was so tired, and I ain't been as tired in a minute, you know what I'm saying? Today I'm cool, but like, you know, I was feeling real tired, and it was like other videos that I got a little bit, I want to say a little bit, maybe into, I feel like November, maybe it could have been. I'm not too sure, but you know, some videos before as well, I had said that, you know, I got sleepy on shift, and you know, like that's when, you know what I'm saying, when I was like really feeling a sense of, I want to say, just self-appreciation, you know what I'm saying, because I was appreciating myself for, like, you know, being strong enough, and you know, to be able to just look at it for what it is and still be appreciative for that moment, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie, you know, I feel like you should be looking forward to those days when you're not motivated, you know what I'm saying? And you still do the work, because that's the most satisfying feeling that you can have, you know what I'm saying? Knowing like, damn, before I had, you know, exercise today, you know, I didn't feel like it, but I still did it, you know what I'm saying? That sense of gratification is like no other. So, you know what I'm saying, I want you to be able to like look at it from that perspective. Like, yeah, these days is cool, you stacking on these days and you feeling good about it. You feeling good before you even go in to work, before you even start studying, before you even do everything you need to do, you know, and you feel great that you did it. But look forward to those days when you had that feeling like, damn, man, today's just not the day where, you know, I want to do it, you know what I'm saying? I would rather chill, you know what I'm saying? But you still do that work, you know what I'm saying? And then you gonna really feel that, like, damn, now this feel way better than when I was, you know what I'm saying, motivated, and I was, you know, ready to do the work, ready to get it in, you know? So that's all I got for y'all, man. I hope we all, you know, getting after it, man, and we, you know, doing what we need to do. like I already said, man, it's the end of the year, man. We going into 2026, and this the year, man. You know, I ain't gonna lie. There's no reason why you shouldn't be working every day. There's no reason why you shouldn't be giving your all every single day. You know. So let's make sure we doing what we need to do now, just so we can have that momentum. And when we get into the New Year's, it's not gonna be no New Year's resolution. It's just gonna be what we do. But I appreciate y'all, man. Let's keep going for sure.